Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. It's a little overcast today. Great day to get things done inside, right? All right, I'm going to answer some viewer questions. So let's start with the first one. Someone asked me what they should do about somebody that hits them every day. I mean, like, are you going to high school and somebody's hitting you in school? Is somebody hitting you in the home? Are you a wife or a husband getting hit? I mean, I need specifics. Now, normally I would say get your biggest badass friend and go beat the crap out of them. But we know that doesn't solve a problem. In fact, it actually fuels negativity. So I would like that person to please write back, because physical violence is serious stuff, all right? To animals, to humans, you know, children. This is serious stuff. And this is the kind of stuff that we do have to put our foot down on, because, well, depending on the situation, we do have power to stop some of these situations. So you know me, I don't battle anything, but I do like to go into the neutral territory, and that is when you see something negative, sometimes it requires you to step in and be the hero, all right, without opposing and going into a negative space, creating more of a battle, because that starts all kinds of garbage, right? You know, protesting all this stuff, and then it fuels and it gets worse. So it depends on the situation how you can handle it. I would like to address that. The other person, my friend, who said, you know, that I wake up in the morning with makeup on. Yeah, don't you always wake up, bing, with lipstick? They said, you know, I want to start a business and I want to have a job and do this. Can I do both at once, or is it, you know? Yeah, you do anything you want. There are no limits. There are no limits here, only the ones that we create. Now, we have purposely come into the human limitations. They appear to be limitations. We've come into the human limitations so that we could learn here. We have these human limitations and experiences and our emotions, all the things that, you know, that we experience here. So this allows us to experience something that we don't on the other side that's very unique to the cosmos, all right? So when you think certain things, you know, about how the world works or whatever, you're setting your own limitations because you're believing the garbage. So why can't you have a job and a business? A lot of people do. In fact, most people have to do that, especially if they do small businesses. If you guys go to landriaonka.net, you see that I have internet training, an education system that I promote, because it allows people to learn how to create online businesses, any kind they want, any kind. And we show them how to do that, even if you have no information, you know, no education, no knowledge of that at all. I didn't. We teach you how to do that, right? So what happens is people are having to keep their day jobs while they're learning that, just like you would go to night school, right? And then you learn how to create an online business, and you can start to operate that. It's a lot easier than operating a restaurant and having a job. That would not work, right? So I help people to create online businesses so they can go to a regular job, make sure they have that income. You can do the same thing. So my friend, yes, go ahead. Now herein, you know, lies the question. And all of you, are you willing to put the commitment and work in? So many people just, they say they want stuff, and I am seeing zero effort going into it. And they don't understand that we are humans in this human creation that we have all agreed to come into, which means things still operate a certain way that we have to abide by to break through, right? So we have certain things that we have to do if we want to start a business. And people don't want to put the work in. And they go, oh, I have to do all this stuff. I have to learn things. Listen, you wouldn't believe what I had to do to create that online course. Oh my God, we ran into some difficulties, and I literally had to go back and rebuild an entire lesson with no tech support. I figured out what was wrong, but I'm sure they could have helped me a lot better. But I had to learn it myself. Do I love that stuff? No! But boy, I'm a better person for it. So you have to decide if you have that mentality. Do you want to go into something and know that whatever challenges come along the way, you're going to learn and be a much more enlightened person in the business, in the whatever it is you're going after, because of the experiences you have to go to get it. So you better really want that end goal. You have to be passionate about it, and that's what we teach. That you don't go after anything just to make money. That absolutely doesn't work. That's why people quit. There's no incentive for the end result. You have to really believe in what you're promoting or selling, right? You have to really believe it. You have to really love it and be passionate about it. All of you should be passionate in your lives, and this is why people go to work and they're so unhappy. They really don't love their life. We have one of our internet trained members, students, just quit a very good job. And I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" And he said, "I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore." It's like, basically it's killing him, right? It slowly kills you. When you go in and you feel like dead, right? No enthusiasm, you don't love where you are, you don't love what you're doing, even if the people are nice. Why are you not switching out of that? Go into what you love. So if you want to start a business, if you want to find the job of your dreams, even if you have to start from the bottom and work your way up, a lot of people, they've got this ego, they think they have to come in on the higher level. Sometimes you have to come in on a lower level and learn everything and put the work in and earn that higher position, and then you go up and go up. You know, you're waiting tables. No, maybe you're cleaning the toilets and bussing the tables. Then you're a waiter or a waitress. Then you ask if you could be a sous chef or work the counter, or or then be the manager. And pretty soon, I actually know somebody who did this. Pretty soon, you own the restaurant. Because the owners are going to retire or get out of it, and they said, "You know what? You're doing a great job. We're going to give this restaurant to you," and they get residuals or whatever, and the person didn't have to come up with a lot of money because they wanted them to have the restaurant. They knew they were doing a good job, and they were benefiting. So they get income, he gets income. This is how it works, but you have to really love it. That person loved this place. He absolutely loved the restaurant. He loved what he was doing, and he learned every single thing. Even if he didn't love scrubbing toilets, he would do it. So he understood what that bathroom had to look like and how quick it got dirty, and maintenance. This is how it works. Don't be afraid of that. Listen, there's so much I have to do that I'm like, ugh. Then I get into it and it's not that bad. I'm like, oh, okay. This wasn't so bad. Right? Don't be afraid to live your life. So, yes, you can do anything you want if you are willing to do what it takes to get it, because we are on planet Earth. Well, I shouldn't have to. I can just manifest whatever. Okay, good. Write me and tell me how that works. You're here for the experience. You didn't plop down and go, okay, let's go to planet Earth and just get stuff. Come on. So, you have no limits. Take my e-course, landriaonka.com, go over there, and I will show you that you have no limits. And when you go into that space, you will start manifesting stuff because there's no blocks anymore. And you're okay with everything that comes along. You accept it because you know there's value in it. And you start to live your life to the fullest because you don't have any fears. Or if you have them, you blow past them. I've spent a lifetime blowing past fears. I do stuff that's crazy. Just crazy. I actually am thinking that while I'm doing it. I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. You guys heard me. I did that, what is it? I don't know. 100 and some mile bike ride they have every year here. I'm not a biker. I went and got clips the day before. The day before it wasn't really a race. It was a bike, Well, it was not racing, trust me. And it was like 90 degrees out, and I was going, why am I doing this? I don't know. And I fell twice. I couldn't get out of my clips fast enough because I'm not really, practiced at that. And I was really bloody. I looked pretty bad. I was trying to go up a hill in clips. Have you ever done that? If you slow down, you know, you want to put your foot down, but you're in a clip, so it takes you a second to pull out. So I went backwards and went over. Of course, went over on the side that my foot was still in the clip, which meant the whole bike fell on my leg. And I was black and blue, bloody. And so I walked my bike up the hill and I finished. I finished that doggone bike ride. I did the Muddy Buddy. I've never done the Muddy Buddy before. Talk somebody into doing it. You know what? These are the things we remember. You don't go, oh God, it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. It was really horrible. My friend goes, I'm going to kill you for getting me into this. It's a bike run obstacle course and you keep switching off. You know, I'll be running and he'll do the obstacle course and then he starts to run and I grab the bike and I start to bike. It's just going. And at the end you go through a mud pit. And on the bottom was all these rocks and I got cut up again. So I was mud head to toe, and in the picture you can see red, you know, streaming down my legs where I was bleeding. And to this day, I asked my friend, I said, are you glad you did it? He said, yeah. He says, but I'll kill you. We're never doing that again. This is life. These are the experiences. We have to go after them if we want to, you know, on their final day say, wow, I never held back. I never held back, right? There's always a way out of any situation. There's always a way out. It's always there for you to learn. It's always there for you to grow. We don't always understand why everything happens the way it does. But I'll tell you what, when you blow past the fear and it's still there, there is an exhilaration of having blown past the fear, knowing that it's still there, but you're doing it anyways. Because you know you can't fail. I started the business. Do you know how many businesses I've started that failed? That's what business owners do. That's what entrepreneurs do. Almost all of them, well, actually every business owner has a failed business. They've always, all of them have started something that didn't, you know, come to fruition. That's how it works. If you're not willing to go into that space and that you think that that television, that everything works like that, you know, those stories, you're off in a false reality. You create your own reality. And when you accept that all of these things that you're going to go through and the scars that you get from the things are amazing stories. Amazing stories. And I do things that I don't always think through, but I'm going with what I know the universe is telling me. It's so strong. So when you go on a higher frequency, you're not reacting to fear. You're connecting to something that's saying you need to do this. But you're maybe saying to yourself, ew, this is so scary, I don't want to do it. So you're believing the fear, right? You believe the fear. Oh, who am I to start a business and this is never going to work? And well, it doesn't matter. You're there to experience it. And whatever comes from that is going to take you to something else greater. That experience or that failure, there's no such thing, is what you needed to become that amazing person that now has that information. Now there's so much. I said, boy, if you guys want to start an e-course, come to me. Woo! Credit cards. My shop wasn't taking credit cards. What's that? You know, I had to get a tech on there and we found out that we had to put a plug in. That was it. When he set it up and he said, don't touch anything. I said, what's the software? You know, wasn't working together with something else. This is stuff I don't enjoy. But I go through, now I have that information. And every time I go through something and I'm going, oh my God, somebody can't get into a lesson. I have to go in there. Oh, there was a link that was broken. I learned something. I learned what I need to do next time. So I've got another one coming out after Breakthrough Fear. You cannot take it until you take the Breakthrough Fear course because you have to master your fear. Master it. You don't end it. You break through it. It's there. This is part of the human experience. It is here. It's never going to go away until all of us raise our frequency and it just doesn't exist anymore. So we break through the fear and we go into this space where now we're manifesting things we want, and it's still sitting there, and it exhilarates you. You're going, hoo, 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 hoo. Yeah, oh, I'm gonna have to jump out of a plane. Oh my God. Somebody wanted me to jump out of a plane for a charity, and I said, that's the one thing I won't do, is jump out of a plane. And then 5 minutes later, actually it's the founder of the company, our internet training company, he said, hey Landria, how do you feel about jumping out of planes? I just shot a video and said, I'll do anything but jump out of a plane. 5 minutes later, he says to me, how would you like to jump out of a plane for a charity? I said, I'm going to kill you, so be careful of what thoughts are going in your head. I said, okay, I guess I'm going to have to do it. And I'm going to tell you, that's going to be probably the most fearful thing I'm ever going to have to do. And I'm not looking forward to that. You know, I'm going to film the whole thing. So I think that's probably, I don't know when that's going to be. Maybe next year, maybe this year, 2019. All right, so can we absolutely, when the questions come over, those are limitations and fears. Everything's a fear. The dark night of the soul, somebody said they keep getting sucked back in. What else? I'm going to break away here. I'll edit this out. I'm going to come back with a couple more questions. Okay, I have to read this one because I think I'm going to get it. It's a little confusing, but I'm going to read it to you. By the way, thank you for calling me a badass. Actually, I've been referred to as a Zen powerhouse. That was the name that many people have given me. I love it. I love it. Be yourself. You don't have to be this Zen, awakened person that walks around and is all, oh, and people go, oh, and we put them up here, oh, they're awake and we're not. Yeah, you can be totally awake and walking around and have a personality, right? All right, so could you do a video, Brittany? Could you do a video on feeling and letting go of emotions in conjunction with switching your thoughts quickly? All right, so Brittany, you've done the 3-second manifesting. I have a lot of 3-second switching, 3-second reality shift, 3 seconds to blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to get you to keep shifting into what the issue is. One of them I have you shift into, why am I having this negative thought? I get confused as I try to let the emotion be there and then releasing it before I do anything else, if that makes sense. All right. Could you do a video on feeling and letting go of emotions in conjunction with switching over? Okay, I think I get this, Brittany. All right, so you're having these feelings, and so you don't want to glance over them because you know they're going to keep coming back. So you're wanting to handle it before you switch over into a positive one because you know that's going to keep it coming back if you don't handle it. So my 3-second manifesting, advanced manifesting is when I say, all right, if you keep going over this good thought, which is good, Brittany, because I did address this, because this is what happens. You're going over this positive thought, the thing you want to manifest, but most of you are still not believing it. You're still over here. So what I have you do is say, why am I having that thought? Why am I having that? What do I have to believe? This is the key. It's only a belief that there's a threat or that you don't have something or that life isn't the way it should be. It's your belief that's generating all those emotions. What do I have to believe to have that thought? And find it. What's that belief? A lot of people can't even find, they don't even know what that belief is. I don't know. Well, you better sit and think about it. Not analyze your life and mommy, daddy didn't love me. Sit there and say, I was exposed to, and part of the collective has given me a belief that I have adopted. I have chosen. What is the belief? That it's bad to be wealthy, that you should save money, and it's good to work hard. Midwestern people, work hard, support your family, even though you're miserable and right? You're working yourself to death. So ask yourself, what must I believe in order to have that thought? Because the emotion alone is not going to dissipate unless you absolutely understand where it's coming from. And then you go in and then you work with the belief. Why would I believe anything that would restrict me? Why? Okay? So this should help you, and I do have a video on it. I'll try and find it, and I'll try and put it in the description down there. My description will also have the link to my e-course, and it has the link to my internet training. Those are two separate websites. You guys accidentally sometimes go into my internet training and you're trying to go into my spiritual training. So just know that if you end up over there, there's another one, a .com and a .net, landriaka.net, landriaka.com, all right? So you can explore that, but I will put the link for the video where you can just say, okay, what do I have to believe? Because if I switch over here, I'm really blocking myself from what I want, right? All right, here's one. I'm not getting this because you probably haven't been on my channel a while because I pretty much hit everything. Aquascapes that I think it'd be amazing if you centered some of your videos on different questions and dilemmas that people might have. Hello, we're doing it right now, right? I do viewer questions. And most of the things that I talk about are addressing the questions, the comments that come over. So please do put those in there. If I feel that it's relevant enough for the people to connect to, and it's not too personal, I will shoot a video. So center some of your videos on different questions, dilemmas that people might have, such as, I am gay and I haven't told anybody because I can't accept it. Well, of course you wouldn't tell anybody if you can't accept it. Why would you tell anybody? I'm obese and I can't find the motivation to eat healthy. I can't stop putting people on pedestals. Aquascape, this is interesting. Are we experiencing this stuff? All right, I'm going to actually address all three of these questions. I'm gay, I haven't told anybody because I can't accept it. Well, there we go. There's a belief there. If you can't accept it, you're not going to tell anybody because you're requiring acceptance. And this is a big thing for us. We require that the world approve of us. And if the world doesn't approve of us, it can be very uncomfortable, right? It's uncomfortable and nobody wants to be uncomfortable. So they stay in that space where everybody thinks you're great. So I was an investment banker for 25 years. I've done amazing things in my life. I've had an incredible life. I was very successful and I was really stressed out too. I quit. It was my company. I quit. I wrote a best-selling award-winning book. It was turned into a television movie. And then I wrote 2 more books and I'm writing a bunch more and I'm writing other movies. I went into a space that if I hadn't stepped into the space where everybody would go, you're giving up your career? What, are you crazy? 25 years? Guess what happened? When I quit, everybody went, yay! You're going after your dreams. I want to do that too. Oh, I'd never had the movie if I hadn't really focused on that and gotten away from that negativity and really got after my dreams. Then I became an internet entrepreneur. I learned how to use the internet. I don't let age or anything get in my way. That's another, belief out there that, oh, people write me all the time. Well, I'm in my 50s or 60s. I'm saying, yes, so? What does that have to do with anything? So we have these self-limiting thoughts. So if you're gay, or if there's anything, if there's anything that you're hiding or that you don't feel proud of or that you want to do and you feel you need acceptance, that is not coming from the world. That's coming from you needing the world to say you're okay, and that's the ego. So ask yourself why you need that, because you're not willing to go into that uncomfort zone. Because there's going to be some repercussions of other people. And guess what? You may be surprised, like most of my friends, of how many people are going to go, oh, first of all, if you're gay, they know it anyways. Just come on out and have a good time, for God's sake. Go live your life the way you want to. Anybody who disapproves is judgment. And if they do this Bible thing on you, then say, you know what? It's right in there. We should not judge another. He without sin cast the first stone, right? So who are they? You don't need approval from other people. It's so much more important for you to live your life, because then you'll be an example to other people who want to start living their lives. They need to live their lives. All right. So the other thing is, I'm obese and I can't find the motivation to eat healthy. Are you unhappy being obese? I mean, it's like anything. You're probably, not going to live a long life. But do you want to eat healthy? I mean, if you don't want to eat healthy, then there's a lot of overweight people that are very happy. So, I mean, it's a life choice. I'm not motivated to eat healthy? Well, okay. So what's going to happen? Something's going to happen where your life might be threatened. Like the doctor says, if you don't lose weight, you're not going to make it to the end of the year, or we're going to have to do open heart surgery. Then you'll get motivated. So you can decide to get motivated now or not. See, you don't have to always be motivated to start something, because you don't know how that feels. So you have to push yourself to go into something that, and then you'll find motivation within that. Most of the time you'll go, wow, this isn't what I thought it was. And then you may start to like it and go, okay, there's some healthy eating. Weight Watchers is an amazing program. Weight Watchers is amazing. I know a lot of people who've had success with it. Why? Because you don't switch how you eat as a person. They teach you how to be a normal person eating every day, just making better choices. So you just have to push yourself to try something, and you might find out you like it. And if you don't, then guess what? You're going to get the wake-up call, and somebody's going to tell you it's do or die. It's your life. You get to choose, all right? So if you're not motivated, I mean, just don't do it. I can't stop putting people on pedestals. Well, who's doing that? Why would you put somebody on a pedestal? I don't get that one. All right. I can't stop putting people on pedestals. It's not about the other people, obviously. You're not feeling like you're equal to anybody. You're feeling like there are people that have something more than you do. There's absolutely no one on this planet that is higher or lower than you. They're all just energy, the same energy. We are one energy, experiencing stuff together. That's it. Some people are going to the darkest depths of whatever to experience that, and others came here and said, I'm going to awaken. By the way, the person said, how do you stop reincarnating? You friggin' get yourself in an enlightened state in this lifetime. Because karma stops in this lifetime. It doesn't keep following you. You're not going to have to pay for that person you killed in, World War I, right? There are some relationships and things that are worked out through that. But you can, in this lifetime, because we're transitioning, you can now, in this lifetime, end it. How do you do that? You go to enlightenment. That means that everything you think and do must be on the highest level, because you don't want to go into that lower space anymore. So you're going to really do positive, amazing things, and you will then contribute to the transition, a higher transition of the fourth and fifth dimension planet, which is happening right now. And because you do that, then guess what? Kudos, 5 stars, right? You did your job. And because of that, these things will be released, because there's no need for them anymore. You get it. You get it. You love others. You have to love others. You must love others to go to that space. Can you do that? It is you. You're looking at yourself right now. You really are. We're the same shared energy, just experiencing different things. Everything we do affects one another. And so through karma, you have to know that everything you do is affecting the entire cosmos, this planet. So you have a mission, you have a job. So I hope you had fun in this video, because I'm going to start shooting more viewer questions, and keep them coming, all right? Share these videos, please. This is what helps me stay on here and devoting my time to you, which, of course, as you know, I just do this, okay? And if you want to take the e-course, go to Landria's Inspiration or go to landria.com. If you want to take the internet training or check it out, by the way, all this is free information. You get free videos and stuff that explains this, so don't be afraid to click on that. You're not buying anything when you do that. Landria.net, that's in the description down here. Sign up, you can go in, you get a 4-workshop series that talks about what each of these, what training, what you can do with the training. What are the different things you can do with an online business training? So you can click on any one of these in the description or Landria's Inspiration that comes out here and start getting the training and the guidance wherever you need to do what you need to do in your life to start living a passionate, beautiful life. Break through the fear. You don't need approval. People are going to cheer you on. You're going to be amazed. People are going to go, yay, finally. Geez, why didn't you tell us you were just gay? We always knew it anyways and you're over here suffering. Or be happy being fat, obese. I'm just going to say fat. It's fat. It's fat. It's not a dirty word, all right? You got some extra fat on your body. If you're okay with that and you love eating, okay. You're going to have the consequences of that if it's poor health. And then you make decisions accordingly. There's neither good nor bad. Right? You don't do things because somebody else or the world tells you must. This is your journey to work out. That's why people, I don't want people to die or be sick. They are learning through it. They're getting something from it. And they get to decide if they stay in that space or if they die. Why is that so bad? Right? It's what we do while we're here. It's how we're feeling. It's what we're doing in this soul journey. And some people are not going to make it. They're going to have to transition and go to some other place where they're going to have to work all this out. I don't want it to be me. Get me off of this. We're already in 4th, by the way. If you're not feeling that, then it's time to get your act together. Get your act together. All right. You're whole and perfect and strong and powerful. Loving, harmonious, and happy. Did I have more caffeine in there than I thought? I'm going to go have another cup of coffee. I'm going to keep shooting for you guys. Blessings. Namaste.